are welcome to this week's episode of the PV Show.
So, if you are not a responsible young man, if you are not a responsible man and you get into marriage, there is a point where men commit adultery even the most.
Wow.
Yes, because your wife is not available. And I would want to delve into the fact that the reason why men commit adultery after marriage when their wives are not, available because of pregnancy is because they did not deal with sexual sin before entering into marriage.
We'll take the next question. There are probably men out there who would like to be actively involved during this phase of a woman's life, but simply don't have a fair idea how exactly to go about it. Can you please assist men who find themselves in this category? And also, are there male-targeted antenatal education and support programs to help sensitize men about their roles during this period? Or what do you suggest?
Wow. Okay, that's nice. Men who want to stick around but don't know how to do it. There is no defined way to do it than to just be responsible and love your wife. The Bible said, husband, love your wives. Wives, be submissive to your husbands. You realize that in the days of courtship, because she hadn't yet become your wife, you go the extra mile
for her.
People walk kilometers just to meet their spouses. A lot of them travel cross countries just to meet their loved ones. Now you are married, the woman is pregnant, you don't know how to stay. That is a lot of hypocrisy. Because when she was yet to be your wife, you did a lot of things. A lot of men, before they get married, they go out with their wives, go to the restaurant almost every evening. They spend a lot of time. They do this see me off. You know what that is?
It's called the person.
You then this one also comes back. You do that for hours. But now you are married. Now she's in your custody. And you cannot stay home or you cannot do the things that you used to do. Now, it makes your love, it makes your commitment questionable. But I also see that it is human nature. We take presents, we take people for granted when we have them to ourselves. Until we lose people, we don't know their value. Until we lose them, we don't know their value. So even from the days when Moses had to rescue the children of Israel, all through the journey, you realize that these people took the man for granted because he was always there. So it comes also as human nature. But you see, that is why the church is there. One thing that I would advise a man to do in marriage, during pregnancy, is to be a prayer person. Get prayerful. At that point, the woman may not pray as perhaps she's supposed to, or as perhaps she used to. So you, the man, you are the first priest of the family. You have it upon your shoulders to take the family into prayers. A man with a pregnant wife does not sleep even through 4 o'clock. You need to wake up at least 5 o'clock. You need to wake up, say some prayers. A man does not sleep throughout the night, only to wake up in the morning. A man has to wake up, survey the surrounding, open the windows and check outside. That is who a man is. Watch the woman as she sleeps. Lay your hand over her belly or her stomach. Pray for her and their unborn child. It is part of the responsibility. Now, I don't know of any antenatal education program for men, but it is educating enough when you go for antenatal visits with your wife. Because the midwives, they educate a lot. So as they are talking to your wife on how to handle herself, as the man, you are seated and you also listen. I learned most of the things when I, usually go for antenatal visit with my wife. Because the midwives, they speak a lot, they talk a lot, they try to educate you on how to handle, especially first time pregnancy and all that. They may not necessarily talk to the man that take care of your wife, but per the things they tell your wife as the man, you would know that you need to take care of this lady. Most of the times, even the medicines they have to take, a man, you would have to check to know that they have taken the medicine. There is a point in pregnancy where the woman forgets virtually everything. A friend was telling me how the wife was using the TV remote on the AC. So at that point, you see that there is a lot of confusion. It is also a state that would soon pass. So men would have to visit the midwives with their wives, so that whatever advice the midwife render to them, they pick it up and they ensure that it happens.
All right. You've said a lot today, but then looking at pregnancy during that time, are there some do's and don'ts for you as an individual? What are some of the do's and don'ts some traits you picked up and you think would help men out there? What are some of the things that when the woman is pregnant, you better don't do? There are certain things that you may say that may turn her off. There are things that so what are some of the do's and don'ts for men during pregnancy?
Wow, that is a lot. Okay, one of the do, in pregnancy is prayerfulness. Okay. It is one thing you cannot do away with as a man. A man who's prayerless is a man who has no control over the woman and the entire pregnancy. Now, one of the things that you wouldn't want to do, like we earlier said, is to keep leaving your wife alone. Okay? Yeah. It is very dangerous because at this point, like I said, they become vulnerable. Yeah. So you cannot leave them. You need to be around almost all the time. If possible, if you can, support them in the kitchen. I like it when some men say their wives shouldn't go to work because they are pregnant until the baby is delivered. You see, now, there is a man who would not take any chances. One of the things that men should do during this period is to be vigilant. Be very vigilant. Be watchful. If you are not a watchful person, be watchful. If you are not observant, there is a point where you have to be very observant. Because some of the changes you may see, the woman may not realize it. It would take you to see that and quickly correct things. So basically, there are a lot of things I could discuss or I could say. The do's are a lot, the don'ts are a lot as well. But basically, a man should be prayerful and be vigilant. The Bible said, watch and pray. Men have to watch and pray in the pregnancy periods.
All right. So our last but not the least question. We know there can be complications during pregnancy and childbirth. What extra supports can men provide when potential mothers encounter those challenges? We can look at delays in pregnancy, stillbirth, and miscarriages.
Wow. I wouldn't want to sound hard.
Okay.
Okay. Because it is not easy to be married and have complications with childbirth. It comes with a lot of emotions. It comes with a lot of disappointments. It comes, and society.
Yeah, what society
Once you get married, everybody's expecting you to have a child. Just the next month. The society quickly forgets that it takes 9 months to push out. Your family, friends, acquaintances, they will be asking you questions. Are you pregnant? When are you going to be pregnant? When are we expecting our twins? That is an anthem of society, especially the twins.
Yeah.
Sometimes we want to be sarcastic to know the truth, whether a person is pregnant or not. But our sarcastic questions or our sarcasm actually puts people through a lot when especially they are having complications. One of the complications you mentioned is delay in childbirth. You see, God has time for everything. And what you cannot carry, He will not allow you. God was so sure of Job, He knew he could carry the weight. So He allowed Satan to afflict him, knowing that his son will not curse him and die. So when the wife came to him that curse your God and die, he did not do that. And God was actually so confident that He would never do that. Okay? So when things delay like that in pregnancy as a man, yes, I know the pains are there, the emotions, the disappointment. But as a man, you need to be responsible enough not to show your disappointment to your wife. Because at that point, she's the most one vulnerable, the most emotional, the most down person you could ever have. So every woman wants to lean on the strength of their man. So as a man, when your woman or such a thing happens, your responsibility now is to make it look like it is nothing. Is to downplay the whole thing. When you downplay that, what you are doing, you are showing strength. And the woman will tap, onto that energy. One of the things is miscarriage. Like I said, in the first pregnancies, you have 80%, women, having miscarriages. Now, it comes with a lot also of disappointments. When everybody, when it's your first time getting pregnant, you want to share the news. You want to tell people. It feels like victory. It feels you are successful. It feels very good. So every good news would attract neighbors. So you want to share. So you realize that you have told a lot of people that you are pregnant. And at the end of the day, you miss it. So you hear people coming back to you. How is it going? How is the pregnancy? So it forces a lot of women to lie. That, it's going well. Everything is all right. When they know they have miscarried. So it comes also with a lot of shame because society, especially the African society, have made it look so. Okay. Now, also it comes with a lot of anxieties. A lot of anxiety. The Bible said, be not anxious of anything. It comes with a lot of anxiety. So as a man, what you have to do, the point you have to prove is, yes, it has happened, but there is always another opportunity. Now, when you put this in the mind of your wife and you make your wife believe that, yes, indeed, that is what you believe, they put on a jacket of strength. They are able to, look the misfortune in the face and say, by God's grace, we'll come again.
Right. So we are taking a little break and we'll be right back.
Medina's range of products are available at Biotic Pharmacy, Chanel Saloon, Hands-On Massage Center, Salvio Pharmacy, Jubilant Cosmetics and Spa, Westlands Health Shop, China Mall, Z-Mills and Beauty Salon, Hair Clinic, and all leading supermarkets and pharmacies. For bulk purchase, contact Nasbeck Multi-Services Limited.
Are you looking for a place to learn keyboard, guitar, drum, drone piloting, camera handling, video editing, and picture editing? The Yes Musical and Media, located in Accra at the Malam Makati Down opposite Eastern Gas Filling Station, is here for you. You can call us on 0244 713 171, 0244 713 171.
You are welcome back from the short break. We'll go straight to the next question. And our next question goes like this, is from Kofi. Kofi is saying, what are some of the challenges men are going through during the pregnancy period? And what can women also do to support our men? Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Kofi, thank you very much for that question. Now, some of the challenges, like we said, women go through challenges. Men also, go through some challenges. Yeah. Some of the challenges, if you are somebody who is employed, how to manage both. Pregnancy is a whole industry.
Yeah. Wow.
And your work, how to manage your time between these two.
Yeah.
It is also a challenge. Sometimes men get back tired from work, from church, from wherever it is.
Yeah.
And when they come back, there are, certain duties that when you come back, you have to perform as well. With all your tiredness and everything, you have to perform such duties.
Okay.
Yes. So one other challenge is when the woman is in a state where she becomes, I'll say, the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
And also the symptom, that is the craving. It is one of the things that I would say poses a challenge to men.
Yeah.
Because men mostly are not brought up like that.
Yeah.
Women are brought up, in such manner. They are always responsible for something. If not the kitchen, if not this, if not that.
Yeah.
So as a man, when you enter into marriage, you realize that these things are now hitting you. It becomes challenging from the beginning.
Yeah.
But one thing I would say that the woman or the women should do to help their husbands is to understand that they are new to these things.
Okay.
Especially one who is a new father or who is going to be a father for the first time.
Yeah.
I listened to a man of God who said that sometimes he misbehaves, towards his children. And he calls them, he says, you see, this is the first time being a father. So my children, forgive me. Because it's my first time.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it. But I'm trying, I'm learning on the job. So women would have to understand that these men are learning on the job.
Okay.
Don't do anything to frustrate them as well.
Okay.
Yes, you may be going through pains, but you see, a man who loves you, a man who has married you, obviously loves you.
Yeah.
Whatever you are going through, he's going through them with you.
Okay. All right.
It is very uncomfortable when your woman is not comfortable, especially at the stage where they are vomiting and all that. It is very uncomfortable. And I would say it is very challenging because it's like you are tortured emotionally. They are going through the thing. Sometimes when they complain of stomach ache, you feel a stomach ache in your stomach as well because you are connected. That is how serious the thing is. So I would urge women, one thing that women can do, women are very strong.
Yeah.
They may be going through tough times, but even though they are going through those times, they still encourage their men.
Yeah.
So at this point, a man has not been pregnant before, but has to go through the experience of pregnancy. You may not see his belly protruding, but the emotions, he goes through them with you. So I would say women who try as much as possible to frustrate their husbands, some of them, I would say, because of what they've seen on TV and what they've heard, they intentionally want to do the things to frustrate the men, to make a story. It is not time to make a story. Okay. It is time to make a family.
Okay.
So let's put a story, let's put a social media. I see that it is affecting the ladies, our youth a lot.
Yeah.
Let's put them behind. Let's be real. Let's face it. Let's face life. Let's be realistic about things.
Okay.
And minimize the torture, minimize, things that would pose challenges to our men. Right. At this point, women would also have to be very polite.
Okay.
Because the man already is going through a lot. You see women not being polite.
Yeah.
They would insult, they would shout, they would curse, they would do a lot of things, with a little mistake. Yeah. At that point, the man is under pressure. There is tension. Sometimes you are doing something because of the tension, you shake. So women should take it easy. Okay. The fact that you are pregnant does not mean the man is not pregnant as well. Yeah. He's a pregnant man without a belly.
All right. Thank you so much. So our dear women, the fact that you are pregnant doesn't mean that your husband or your partner is not pregnant. He's going through the emotions with you as well. All right. So before we leave, your final words.
Well, God bless each and every one of you. I really appreciate your indulgence, your time and everything. Before I would say my final words, I would want to introduce myself, even though I did earlier. But there is one thing I did not introduce. That is the mark in my head. It is not a barbering effect, but it was a car accident I had as I was growing up. So I believe you don't misunderstand or you don't judge wrongly. God bless you very much. But what I want to say is men and women out there who are entering into marriage or already into marriage with pregnant wives. I know some of you are still expecting, trusting God. He does everything and in time. So I would urge each and every one of us to be patient. But one of the most important things is for you to know that marriage does not cure sexual immoralities. Marriage also does not cure masturbation. Marriage does not cure irresponsible lifestyle. So I believe that as you are entering into marriage, as you are looking forward to enter into marriage, as you are already married, you should know that it is a call to responsibility. If you have never been responsible before, that is the time. Responsibilities will slap you on the face each and every morning, afternoon, and evening. So these are some of the things, but if you accept it and you know that you have to be responsible, you wouldn't endure marriage, but you would enjoy marriage. I pray for you that you enjoy your marriage and not endure it. God bless you.
Thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode of the PV Show. We are really grateful.
Thank you very much as well.
All right. Thank you so much for watching the PV Show, and thank you for joining us on this week's episode. We are very grateful, and we hope that you pick great lessons from this particular program. Until we come back your way same time next week, make sure you wash your hand with soap and the running water, use your hand sanitizers, and wear your nose masks. Alright, thank you very much. Remember to subscribe to the PV Show, and we are really grateful to have you on the show today. Bye.